What makes this moment feel so intense is the realization that none of this was originally meant to be necessary. There was a point where people were expected to become aware enough on their own, not through pressure, not through correction, but naturally. The idea was that awareness itself would guide decisions, that people would recognize their own patterns clearly enough to adjust without needing anything external to reflect it back. But that didn't fully happen. Instead of becoming more aligned over time, things started drifting, not in a dramatic way, but in a slow, almost unnoticeable way that built over time. People kept moving, kept making decisions, but without fully seeing the patterns behind them. And eventually, that gap became too large. The moment self-correction stops, something else has to step in. That's where this comes in. Not as control, not as punishment, but as a kind of correction that activates when things move too far off track. It's not there to override you, it's there to bring clarity where there wasn't enough of it before. That's why this feels heavier than usual, not because something is wrong, but because something is being adjusted more directly than before. It's like being caught mid-fall, not to stop you completely, but to make sure you don't keep going in the wrong direction without realizing it. And once you see it like that, it stops feeling like pressure from the outside and starts feeling like something bringing you back into alignment with yourself. The intensity comes from how long that gap has been building. And now, instead of continuing to widen, it's being closed. And now, it's time for today's comment of the day. Promise yourself no matter how hard it gets, you won't give up. It's not complicated, but it's strong, because moments will come where motivation disappears, where things feel heavy, where quitting feels easier. And in those moments, it's not about feeling inspired. It's about keeping a promise to yourself. That kind of commitment builds something deeper than motivation ever could. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just not stop. Thank you for sharing this. What makes this moment different isn't just the pressure or the awareness, it's what happens to the people who have already been moving in alignment without realizing it. Because there is a very specific type of person who is about to experience something completely different from everyone else. And it's not who most people think. It's not the person who talks the most about growth, or the one who has all the right words, or the one who seems the most advanced on the surface. It's not about how much you know, how much you've studied, or how deeply you can explain things. It's about how you moved when it would have been easier not to. The person who chose to face things they could have avoided. The one who had difficult conversations they didn't have to have. The one who stayed honest when lying would have made life smoother. The one who kept their standards even when nobody else was holding them to anything. That's the person this moment is built for. Because what's being recognized right now isn't perfection. It's consistency under pressure. It's the version of you that shows up when there's no spotlight, no reward, no immediate benefit. The real work was never what you showed the world, it was what you refused to compromise when no one was watching. And that kind of movement creates something most people don't notice until later. It builds alignment. Not the kind you talk about, but the kind that removes friction from your life in ways you can't predict. Suddenly, things start opening without you forcing them. Conversations happen at the right time. Opportunities appear without you chasing them. Decisions become clearer, not because life got easier,